Pirates tweeted this out yesterday. Cooperstown bound. Jim Leyland is headed to the Hall of Fame. It was fun to be on that broadcast yesterday and celebrate with all of these organizations. The Marlins, congrats, King. Jim Leyland heading to the Baseball Hall of Fame. The Marlins weren't done. There was the Rockies as well. Congratulations, Jim. And, of course, the Detroit Tigers, who Jim ended his managerial career with. Congratulations to former Tigers skipper, current Special Assistant Jim Leyland, on his election to the National Baseball Hall of Fame, class of 2024. And we are pleased and honored to welcome onto our set here on MLB Network the newly elected Hall of Famer, Jim Leyland. Jim, congratulations. What have the past less than 24 hours been? Has it been a whirlwind for you or what?
It has. We had to get up at 3:30 this morning in Pittsburgh. We flew to Washington and into Nashville, and it's been nonstop ever since, but certainly well worth it.
I got to tell you, those press conferences, for the most part, aren't like uber entertaining. Not a lot of people are like belly laughing, but you opened it up with a bang. Here is how you described the moment you got the call during your Hall of Fame press conference earlier today in Nashville. Watch.
My wife and my son were coming up the stairs just when I got the call, and my wife and my son heard a lady's voice on the other end. My wife said, "Who is that?" I said, "It's Jake from State Farm."
I mean, well done, Jim. And this photo, what a photo. Isn't that great, D-Roll? Look at that. Capture the moment.
That's a wonderful moment right there. My son was right off to the left, so they were all there, and my daughter was right behind, so it worked out pretty good.
Just the honest, I mean, I came up in the Atlanta Braves organization with Bobby Cox. Obviously never got a chance to play for you, Jim, but you've got to remind me so much about him. When did you know, kind of going full circle to becoming a manager, when did you know as a player, like, hey, I want to run the show at the front of the dugout?
I knew early because I wasn't a good player. They kind of made that decision for me. I was manager at 26, which tells you you're not a very good player. So in 1971, I started my career. My minor league career helped me a lot. But I always had the urge to, I love the strategy of the game. I love the people. My father was one of 16. There's 7 in our family. So I got to learn different personalities. I really believe that helped me during my managerial career. I believe that wholeheartedly.
Congratulations, Jim. So well-deserved. When I think about you, you were one of the first I noticed as a manager. During BP, you would walk the field. You'd go on the outfield. You put on your spikes, by the way. You'd walk the field. You made sure you literally touched the players, talked to them daily. Where'd you get that from? Why'd you do it?
Well, I just think communication is such a big thing, and I believe this. I truly believe this. No matter how great the players are, and they are great, it's unbelievable the things they can do. But I do believe that even good major league players need a little reassurance. I think sometimes there's that, inconsistency. Am I really good enough? Can I really stay here? Can I really play here? So I tried to pump guys up, but I just tried to get to know each guy because, how you push the button on Mark might not be the same way you push the button on you. You have to learn that, and you learn that by having some kind of correspondence with him on a daily basis.
I go back to this. When I was named the manager at the WBC, the first phone call I made besides my wife was to sit for 2 hours. It was just such an amazing phone call. And you can just tell, I mean, you look at the prerequisites. Did you get the brutal truth and honesty, like, from your father, like you were saying, and the 16 family members? Is that how you were raised and you wanted to carry that on?
That's true. That's the way I was raised. But I will tell you this. If you mislead a player, you lose him forever. If you tell him the truth, you lose him for about 24 hours.
It's a great line. When I think about Jim Leyland,
you might not even lose him for 24 hours after a while. But that's great.
My favorite story, because listen, hard on the outside, soft on the inside. That's Jim Leyland. We know that. And I go back to June 2nd, 2010, the near-perfect game by Armando Galarraga. And we know Jim Joyce misses the call at first base. He told me that he knew he missed it as soon as he saw you walking on the field after the last out. And you told him, you blew it. You missed it, Jim. Go in and take a look. He went into the umpire's dressing room, queued up the play, learned at that point he did miss it. He broke down, got emotional. You found out from reporters in your clubhouse that how emotional he was and how he took responsibility for missing the call. You immediately got up, you walked to the umpire's room, didn't knock on the door, walked right in there and said, cheer up, kid. We're going to have a beer together. We're going to put this behind us and move on. That, to me, is my favorite Jim Leyland story.
Well, I appreciate that. Jimmy needed to, we needed to ease the tension a little bit. And actually, after that game, after I'd been in that clubhouse, Gene and I were talking in my office. And Gene and I had discussed it. And Gene actually came up with an idea that maybe have Galarraga take out the lineup card tomorrow night. And I said, that's a brilliant idea. And I thought about it, and Armando took out the lineup card with Jim Joyce. And I did that because I wanted to ease the tension with the fans, because the fans were pretty irate yet. So I wanted to ease that tension, and fortunately it worked.
It's a great story. I couldn't get past the relationship of you and Tony La Russa. In 2006, you guys lock horns in the World Series. Did you feel like you were matching wits with a brother in that World Series?
I felt I was matching wits with a master, for sure. But it normally boils down to, we're all the same. You got good players, you got a chance to win. You don't, you're going to get beat. But in that series, I knew I was going up against one of the best. But I never truly, and I mean this respectfully, I never thought that I was going to get outmanaged, and I never thought that I was going to outmanage anybody. I concentrated solely on my players. And the example would be like, my mother knew that Joe Torre was going to bring in Mariano Rivera in the 9th inning. So there was nothing to that. So I tried to concentrate, not that I didn't respect the other managers, I did. And I knew who was in the other dugout. But I tried to concentrate solely on putting my players in the best situation.
Let your coaches do everything until game time. And then once game time starts, they're yours.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what he told me.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I remember telling you that when we had that conversation because, it's on you. You're going to be responsible for that win or that loss. And, you want to walk away from that saying that you made the decision you thought was the best decision to win the game. That's what managers do. On a nightly basis, you make the decision that you think gives you the best chance to win the game. You're not always right.
If you mislead a player, you lose him forever. If you tell him the truth, you lose him for 24 hours. That's Hall of Fame advice. You could take that to your relatives, to your spouse. That's outstanding. Well done, Jim.
Thank you.
Hall of Famer Jim Leyland, newly elected. Congratulations again.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.